The Eastern Conference has been unpredictable this season. I was so sure that the top 2 seeds would be in between the Cleveland Cavaliers with Lonzo Ball and the New York Knicks right under them. But that's not been the case. The Boston Celtics just passed the Knicks for the 2nd seed. And what's crazy about all of this is that a team that I wasn't even like, and it sounds dumb to say right now, but I wasn't even that encapsulated by the Detroit Pistons besides like their playoff run, but I wasn't expecting anything crazy. They're the 1st seed ahead by 5 games. The whole reason why I wanted to make the videos is because of the top 3 teams. Of course, the Pistons was not a team that we were all expecting to be the 1st seed, so that's already crazy enough, but it's the fact that the Celtics, who are down their superstar player in Jason Tatum, is now the 2nd seed and has passed the Knicks with OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, Jalen Brunson, Karl-Anthony Towns. These are all really good players. And they slipped to the 3rd seed. I mean, look, I understand that there's a lot of ways to go before the NBA season is over. But just the fact that the Celtics have built up this lead because they're a genuine playoff contender. And they're down a superstar. Now their 2nd best player in Jaylen Brown, who to be fair, won the finals MVPs when they won back in 2024, is averaging 30. Like, this guy was the Robin this whole time, a 30-point per game score in the 2nd seed. Now look, I know that it's a weak Eastern Conference, like I really do understand that, but it really doesn't even matter. And to focus on how bad the Knicks have been, they have like the 2nd worst defense in the whole NBA, and their offense isn't even that breathtaking, so it does not even out. Like, their 2 best players in Jalen Brunson and Cat are their weakest defenders. Like, they are absolute zeros or negatives on defense, and their offense just doesn't make up for it. I mean, all their like the defense just completely relies on OG and Mikal Bridges, and they've had constant competitive games, like real games that go down to the wire, or they just get blown out by teams like the 76ers. I mean, this team is not a contending team this year. I understand they're over 500, but we're looking at like their best players are VJ Edgecombe and Tyrese Maxey. Not that they're bad players at all, but it's not the one you would have expected, which is Joel Embiid. Now, I know he's been better as of late, but it's just difficult to expect them to do anything. But it's just not what you're expecting. Like, the Philadelphia 76ers should not be beating the New York Knicks. And a couple teams that I thought were going to be really competing like for a decent playoff spot, like the Bucks and the Hawks, have just been flat out bad. Like, even Giannis and the Bucks, they're 17-24. We got the Hawks at 20-23. They just traded Trae Young. The Pacers, I could have not expected the same team from the NBA Finals without, of course, their superstar player and Miles Turner. I did not expect them to be this bad. Like, the 15th seed in the East. I don't understand if they were in the West, but in the East, they're tied with the Wizards. They're 2 games behind Brooklyn, who has Michael Porter Jr., and the Hornets 5 games behind them. Like, this is absurd. And that really shows you how valuable Tyrese Halliburton really is. You can tell the difference in their offense. And now we got Benedict Mathurin trying to prove himself, but they can't seem to agree on a deal. So it's just these teams that I just can't believe are so bad. And then a couple people who are like, they're still playoffs, but they're not as good as I thought they would be, like the Cavs and the Magic. I mean, the Magic was supposed to be the best offseason team because they added Desmond Bain. Like, yeah, it cost them an arm and a leg, but still, it was like a really good move. You needed shooting. ACP didn't pan out. So you got Desmond Bain, which was supposed to solve their shooting problem, and it just didn't turn out that way. And of course, they've had a lot of injuries. It's really hard to think about when their starting lineup had all their best players. And then the Cavs with, of course, Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, like Evan Mobley was supposed to have his even more of a breakout season. Like, this was going to be the leap year, because last year he was doing so much better under this new offense, but it looks like not that they've been figured out, but 24-19 under the underperforming Magic is what raises eyebrows. Like, they're right above the 76ers. So it's really hard to fathom the fact that like everybody I thought that was going to be really good is not doing that good. Really bad are doing pretty good, and teams that I didn't know where to rank them, like the Pistons and the Raptors, are top 4. Like, the Raptors are tied for 2nd. Like, if the Raptors win a game, oh no, actually, hold on, they have a lot more losses, but the wins are equal. Like, the Raptors, I was not gonna expect them to be in trade talks for AD, and if that could push them over the Eastern Conference, like Scotty Barnes, then Brandon Ingram, RJ Barrett, Emmanuel Quickly. I didn't think of that team as like, yeah, they're gonna be a top 5 seed in the NBA. They're actually the 4th seed, just a couple games behind the 2nd seed. So it's just been a crazy year for the Eastern Conference. A year that I thought was going to be just so boring and underperforming because everybody's bad. So it's just like the best of the bad. But it's really been like unexpected teams, which I honestly should have kind of expected it to be everywhere because of the fact that we don't have everybody at their full potential. But if I'm looking at the next year and the year after, like 2 years from now, I think the Pacers got to be top 2 team in the NBA. Talking about a team who was just in the finals, took that historic Thunder team to Game 7 and lost probably only because of the fact that Tyrese Halliburton was hurt, is now going to get like a top 5 pick in the NBA draft, in a deep NBA draft. So imagine that with like 2 years into development and Tyrese Halliburton getting even better. Like, that is just scary to think about, but I can't wait to see how the rest of the year pans out, man. And let me know who you guys think are going to end up being like the best 3 teams in the East, because for all I know, the Magic can turn it around and just become the best team in the NBA. So I don't know, but man, I'm excited. Just let me know what you guys think down below. I appreciate you guys watching the video. Please hit the like button because it does help out with the videos, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more basketball content. I'm trying to do 3-4 videos a week, and I think I hit this one this week with this video. Maybe I did 5, I don't know. But next week is gonna be the same thing, man. Every day after work. I appreciate it. Peace.